Children with secure attachments and from authoritative families recognize that they exist for someone. They realize that they've been created for this communion with God and for a communion with others.
Lack of self-control, lack of respect for others, lack of responsibility for others, the inability to feel empathy, and the inability to be other-centered in love affects how a child develops in the area of sexuality. The Pontifical Council notes the progression. But when the sense and meaning of gift is lacking in sexuality, a culture of things and not of persons takes over. A culture in which persons are used in the same way as things are used. In the context of a civilization of use, woman can become an object for man, children a hindrance to parents.
This concept, which the document mentions several times, of a culture of things is so very important because in our society, we really are very much a culture of things. We are bombarded with the concept that more things can make you happy. And so people think about getting a new car, a new house, a new wife, a new family, as if these are the things that are going to make them happy. Happiness is something that exists outside of people. It's not an inward commodity for them. Even sexual attractiveness in our society is a commodity. It's a product, and it's being marketed to everyone. You don't have to look very far to find out how advertising agencies use sexuality, use sexual attractiveness as a means to sell their products. The children are being bombarded with this, and they are being impacted by it, particularly in the area of pornography, which is so insidious as it creeps into the homes in a variety of different ways. If someone has sexual urges toward another person, our society literally tells them, if this person is attractive to you, that's okay, they can make you happy. The person becomes an object, the person becomes a thing. This is something that leads to the sexual abuse of children, because children are then viewed as objects for sexual gratification. That's horribly destructive, obviously, for the family, for the individual. It's necessary for these sexual fantasies to be regulated, disciplined, avoided. That requires authoritative parenting. It requires a secure attachment so that the child has the self-discipline needed to resist these horrible temptations so prevalent in our society.
Jesus cautioned us against these fantasies and temptations when he said, if you even so much as think about adultery in your heart, you've already committed it. What our Lord is warning us against is reducing sex to simply selfish pleasure, by which we would degrade not just the other person, but also ourselves. What the Lord calls us to instead is a formation for love and chastity, which prepares us for the self-giving, sacrificial love, which is going to bring us real joy and real happiness in this life.